See ya.
See ya. See ya.
Later.
All right, Max, you're clear to launch. We're live.
On the break.
Launch account.
Hey, I'm gonna extend my downwind.
Hey, friend.
Because you broke immediately after the person before you?
Well,
Yep.
Bo did it, so I did it.
No excuse.
That happens.
Yeah,
F1.
I fucked up on that. I didn't wait long enough.
All right, swear jar, $1.
Kool-Aid, how did I get ahead of you? Come on.
I have my boards out, gear down, flaps down, everything.
One's right, Paul.
Did we land with the air brakes out? And with this
Yes.
thing?
Full dirty.
Like the Tomcat.
Doesn't seem like it has enough power to do that.
It does. Barely.
You don't need the air brakes out, I don't think.
Yes, you do. That's part of the configuration.
Red deck.
Yeah, it's part of landing.
All right.
And then if you don't pull them in when you land, you get dinged for not easing the guns.
Max,
This is a
where you
crap
at?
show. I gotta go around.
Max, what's your position?
I'm still at BRC takeoff
Green deck.
at 0640.
All right, meet me up at Angels 3 in the stack.
I'm going around.
Copy. Well, that's just
Can't
wash.
get it to trim down.
Yeah, it takes some time.
There we go. I think because I was adding power at the same time.
Yep.
123 Goshawk ball 29.
Bolter, bolter.
Ah. Foul deck. Through wire. Clear deck.
What's the parking brake?
It's to the right of the hook. That black handle.
Fins has the ball. Blah, blah, blah.
Alright.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it.
For what it's worth, it did look pretty when you guys were braking like that.
Yep, I think I started the stream that way. I think I caught it.
Nice 4-wire.
All right.
You want us to park or
Happy has the ball.
particle?
Yeah,
You
Vex commencing position.
Go ahead and taxi out of the way to a safe area. Grab or defuel just a little bit. And then go ahead and launch and recover. And try and keep it as clean as possible.
Gotcha.
Dex, you want to do a two-ship?
Yeah,
that-
sure. Where are you?
Coming up, position 1, Angels 2. I'm about 6 miles out.
Okay, I'll orbit position. I'm at position 3
Hell
right now, but I'll come back up to 2000.
Copy.
Well, that was a skip.
It looked a little fast.
Yeah, I was hella fast.
Yeah, make sure you got full boards, full flaps, and you should be around 130, 135, somewhere in there.
Kool-Aid, is that you parked on a
Coming
deck?
up on
right
your
there?
particle. What's your speed?
I'm at 200 right now. I'll push it up. I'm at about Angels 2.3.
Right behind you. Coming up on you.
All right, I want you to take lead if possible. But
Roger that.
form up on my
Code
right
blue on,
first.
Initial or final.
After that.
That's Bo right there on final. Coke second.
Vex, posit.
Foul deck.
Vex is position 4, 2,000 feet.
Is that you parked right there, Kool-Aid?
On Cat 2, yes.
Who's parked right off the exit area from the landing?
Me.
Who's me?
Vince.
Get your freaking butt out
Yeah, we should be using Cat 1 for launches.
I wanted to watch, okay?
of there. It's like a horrible spot. Yeah, I'm up in, I guess, what do they call it? Probably fly up here. Just watching up here.
Yeah. Hey, Happy, once you land, you want to do a 2-ship?
Let me see if I can get this right first.
Yeah, copy.
And Bingo, what's your posit?
You're 1 o'clock.
Visual.
Rejoin it on your own.
Copy. Sliding by 300 knots.
What's his contacting behind 1? Ooh.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not going swimming.
Ooh, nice. Final's clear, right?
All right, Max, clear to cross. Take the lead.
Who we got just in the pattern right now is Happy?
Yeah. Just
No worries, man. Remember, it's like a F all low.
Max has the lead.
I'm too fast. I'm coming in at like 178.
Your flaps all the way down?
Yeah, make sure your flaps are
For
down.
those of you who are watching the stream, I'm trying to
Particle, I
fly
don't have enough juice to get over the launch part.
F1.
You have to go
It's
full
full throttle.
power.
Yeah, full throttle.
Oh God.
So for those of you, I'm trying to fly, look at chat. So if you have questions, I'll try and answer them. Figured it was about time that we brought people into the pit and showed them how this thing flies and what
Yeah,
we got.
Happy, I think your boards wasn't out, that's why.
Saddle.
Max, check your speed.
Visual. Okay, gonna pick up
I don't
speed.
think I mapped the flaps either.
Yeah, no, your flaps are not down. I think you're... No, you have to man.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
control it, but the sweet spot is right down there.
I didn't map the
at
boards
10.
either.
Yeah, alright, just put
That's
it down.
probably the reason why.
Yeah.
Now let me see if I can do this shit. I got it.
No, there's
So
no
boards.
Bingo,
no
we'll do one more
bar.
spin and then commence.
Copy.
Yeah, another one for the swear jar, Happy.
Oh, sorry.
So, Happy, you should be able to click on the
I'm gonna
flaps.
try to park it at 250.
Copy. I'm trying to creep up to you.
But that sweet spot for 250 is right there where the detent is.
That's all right.
3 or
Just
4, get one.
figure out whatever works for you, and I'll just match that speed.
Copy.
And
I should be
Happy,
able to pull
if you
250
can
or
do,
close to it.
oops, sorry. Happy, if you can do left shift B, that'll pop your brakes.
Max speed right now is somewhat under what the
I'll try to glider.
posted max speed of the jet is.
they're not
We're
coming out
we're
anyway.
still tuning the flight
Yeah.
model, which
Just
is
don't
you know
ramp
one of the
strike.
reasons why we're still not releasing yet.
Oh,
You know,
you're
we've
good,
got
you're good.
real pilots who fly this thing daily,
Ah.
testing things, and
Flat.
we're getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to map this.
Oh. Whoa! Bail out, bail out, bail out.
Oh, I lost her. Need to map. Damn it.
161, texting 1.
All right, Max, I'm getting close to you, so stabilize as best you can.
A firm.
Oh. What just happened?
I think Happy crashed.
Yeah, I didn't map my
Yeah,
flaps
no.
or
No.
speed brake.
Vex was just flying along and he exploded.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, back in. I thought someone hit me, but bingo, you're probably further away.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Wait,
Maybe
random
lag.
explosion?
Yeah. That was way off your wing.
Weird.
Yeah, like a T-sync
Remnants.
thing or something.
Yeah, it could have been lag.
Yeah, it wasn't like a damage. It was just exploded and then gone.
I thought I saw somebody. I thought it was a meteor, but I guess it was you.
That's what we'll say. Meteor struck my jet.
Yeah, something hit him.
All right, Max, I'm just flying around your jet just a little bit.
All right, we're gonna level out just a little.
Sounds good.
Go over position 1.
And there's another glitch particle, so I'm
All right, just hold it till the end. I can't write stuff down. Thank you. Max, check your hook.
Yeah.
Good hook.
304
Schematic
ball.
relay.
If I get into a good position here, Max, you should be able to see my hook in your mirror.
Yeah, good hook. It's a little creepy. But
A little
yeah,
awesome.
It is awesome. Those mirrors are really well done.
Who just dropped?
Oops.
I just bolted.
I was
Your-
trying to keep you in the
your
mirror and I
hook's up.
ended up nosing over.
Oh yeah, I meant to do that. It was a practice run.
So this
Hey,
ground,
That
the
was a joke.
crew down here is totally screwed on this cat or what?
I think
They're
I
stuck.
So get a splash of gas
Yep.
off by the corral and then taxi back up to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I gotta.
Establish sort of
Yeah, try it again. I think that's the
Okay.
bug.
You want me to get away from it then, like completely off the cat?
Yeah, just go to, you know where the
Yeah,
refuel
it's-
area
Yeah,
is?
yeah, I
Go-
got you.
Yeah.
my bar was at like we're at the end like on the Hornet. They would stop me. It was stopping me, but the crew were like, no, keep going forward. That's why they're doing that.
So basically, the stream for the few of you that are checking in
'Cause-
so far
and we had the same bug last time.
is we're just doing some testing. We brought a bunch of people in, and I think we got about a dozen pilots
So we already
down
had a
flying
relationship
around
with the
in the
carrier.
pattern in the deck.
These were all
on the
air
deck.
starts, so I think that's where the bug might be.
Yep. Max, let's drop it down and go into commence here.
Hey,
Right from here?
Yeah, go
Vex,
go ahead.
Do you wanna
After that, leveling
go
up.
as a two-ship?
Yeah, I'm just south of the group now. I'm just trying to figure out the tack in and stuff.
Adding power,
Copy.
90%.
I can guide you in Vex if you need.
I forgot
Yeah.
to set the tack in, so I don't have the DME or anything.
All right, it's 0-1. I'll give you a little space if you want to set it. Make sure you turn on your TACAN. Should be 0-1, and then just on your HSI box at top left.
Vex with Angel.
Sweet. Vex is Angels 3-1.
Copy. I'm
Oh,
behind you.
did you go full power?
And my reference is going to be 0-0.
Copy.
Yeah, I'm trying to search it for 350 on the commands. So at the HUD, tack in 74, making our turn.
No, TACAN 0-1.
No, 7.
Oh, yes.
Who just bolted?
Pins.
Nice center line though. Give me that.
Got your visual.
Copy, my speed's 300.
Radar mine's 375.
Where is the TACAN button?
Right,
So
right leg.
right knee.
Make sure you turn it on.
It's already preset at 01s.
Yeah. Got your visual, Vex. Again.
Yep, copy that. I'm just flying straight and level.
Yeah, I lost you in the clouds. Got you now.
I'm gonna adjust my when I get out of here. I'll adjust the sensitivity on the stick. It's really good, but it's a little bit jumpy.
Oh yeah, you need curves if you haven't got them.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, I'm passing you on the right, Vex. I'm slowing down.
You're a 4 ball.
Visual.
Are you, do you want you the flight leader or mine?
You take flight lead.
Alright, why not?
Switching your right side.
Copy, coming right.
112 ignition.
I blew up last time I was flight lead, so we'll go number 2.
Hey, Fins makes it aboard.
Got your visual. Alright. Sending
And
in.
Vex is in position.
Thank you.
Come on, Bingo. Let's catch up.
Yep, where you at?
Right in front of you.
Alright, here comes the pull.
Oh, nice. That sounds good.
Two, great.
See you.
Check out Vex.
You guys are the only two in the pattern.
I think so.
And we're, what, part
Cool,
of
let's
what's
get hook.
Angels? Hey, what's your guys' Angels?
We're in the break.
Alright, copy, we're at 2. I'm gonna push the power up and get up to 2.
Fins, you got time to taxi over to Cat 3. Correction, Cat 4 if you want.
Oh, I'm gonna hang out for a minute.
Right there.
What's you want me to move? Why?
I was playing drain speed.
All right, Kool-Aid. Coming up at your 6. I
Did
got
did
Bingo in
shit-
tow.
Did shit you can come around for me? Ah, just kidding. Don't. Alright, I'm holding 215.
Max, you make your turn yet? I don't see you.
Yeah, I'm on at the 180 turning.
Hey, Whisper, are you up here?
Hey, friend.
Oops.
What was... Oh.
Sorry, Kool-Aid.
I thought that was Vex for a second. I was like, what? That's alright. Yeah, Particle, I'm coming in as a 4 ship, so let me look at.
Speed, Kool-Aid.
112. Gosh,
250.
hot ball. 30.
Roger.
Watch your jet stream there, Jet Wash, sorry, Happy.
Yep, I'm calling her back. Gotcha.
Nice 3-wire. Red deck.
I found that when I land this thing that I have to put the flight path indicator pretty much directly on the wires, whereas if it's like the 18 or the 14, I can put it kind of in between or up where the notch is.
Yeah, it's a shorter plane, so the hook to eye is off. It's not calibrated on the supercarrier.
Green deck.
Marshall
114 Gus Huck ball.
Marshall 206, flight of 4 above Angels 2, position 1.
Roger that. Signal Charlie.
Signal Charlie. What's it?
You
Coming
can take
left.
3 happy.
Come on up,
Yeah,
Max. a
I'll
little bit
jump.
more.
I'll jump slot. Come on his right.
It's gonna be
Four.
echelon, right? No diamond.
Keep coming. A little bit more. Oh, That's
Is that what we
perfect.
want? You want a diamond or?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Nah, I was about to say echelon right. Or alright, fine, Devin.
All
Brev-
right, AFK for a second.
Brevity
How
is
many
key.
do we
Hey,
have?
Max.
5?
Max,
Yes.
just I think we got a 4 ship coming in. You guys might want to
Yeah.
move.
We got
5.
a 5 ship now. So yeah, do it to diamond and then the number 5 get behind Happy and Trail.
Okay.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, if you guys want to bring it up to Cat 2.
I'll be in Stinger.
Yeah.
Check your brakes, Max.
Hey, Bingo, you can do a 0 hotel on the left.
Sure.
Cheers.
All right, I'll go ahead and taxi at Cat 2.
All right, I'll go to Cat 2 also.
Marshall 206, flight of 5. Is anyone else gonna join us?
F2.
I think everybody else is on deck.
Alright, come into position 3. Alright, here comes the push.
F2.
Adding power, more
F2.
power.
We lose fins?
Things?
No. Adding a little more power. Alright, here comes the left turn with the pull.
F3. F1.
Flight, tuck it in if you can.
I think I got a collapse gear on the right.
Oh, it's not moving?
Yeah, it looks like you might have it. Did you run off the deck or hit pretty hard?
I thought I was clear of the deck. It didn't look like I went off the deck.
Yeah, you got a right collapse gear. You might need a new plane.
All right, let
Yeah.
me just park it.
Power clear with common initial.
Copy.
Again.
About to be. Alright, stand by for the rollout. Rolling out.
Coke, are you number 2?
I'm
Fine.
on the deck.
No, I know. Are you number 2 on the deck behind Max?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
he's moving. Okay.
Leveled out. Tuck it in if you can. Marshall 206, flight of 5 initial.
All right, now AFK for a minute.
Alright, bingo.
Well, I'm just starting a break, Max.
When you're ready, break it.
Yep.
See ya. Alright, LB, is that bow all the way in the back and trail?
Yeah.
Alright, break it. When you can.
See ya.
Yeah. Alright, and then, Happy, is that you and trail?
Hey, firm.
Alright, you break, when you're ready.
Later.
See ya. And, over to my right wing, break about 10 seconds after I break. See ya.
Got it.
We'll jump back into the plane and do some more flying once these guys get on deck.
Goshawk ball.
Bolter.
Bolter.
Not sure who your traffic is. I can't see it.
That looked like
Bingo.
Bingo. He's on the board now. F1.
Hey, put the flight path indicator on the number 4 wire, and that should put you right where you need to be. If you try to land it like an 18, you're gonna skip every single time.
Copy.
Goshawk ball.
Bingo, you clear turn.
You gear
Gear,
right down.
gear up.
Oh.
My handle says down. What the hell?
That's awkward. You didn't get an all down call apparently.
Pretty 3-wire though.
Goshawk ball.
Well, that's awkward. Get out of there, Red Deck.
Yeah.
That's funny. I've never
Get
seen
it
that.
out.
Yeah,
Out.
he's
Oh,
out.
there you
Yeah,
go.
he's good.
You
Green
were
deck.
sitting- You had your nose stuck up above the chair.
That's weird.
Well,
I've,
it actually works.
Yeah.
It's a first for VNAO.
that was pretty cool to see, actually. I've not seen that.
Beautiful trap though, man. That was gorgeous.
You know what's funny is I looked at your
Right up to the
profile.
point where you got killed.
Yeah.
206 Goshawk ball, 2.9.
Red Deck.
What is that, Red Dick? Who just landed?
Happy.
Happy, good. Look, Cat 2.
Check your boards. Yeah, so I saw your profile coming in and I only saw one little thing hanging down from your plane. I thought, I wonder if that's a bug or... Nope, he has no gear. And it
That's
was
funny.
too late.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Hey, that definitely makes a difference when you use speed brake and flaps.
Oh, yeah.
Landing.
Yeah, Goshawk ball.
Whoa.
Take it to Cat 2. Cool.
Yep, clear deck. Gabe, coming, clear deck.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry about that, Bo. I was looking for Bingo's traffic, and then all of a sudden I looked down about a split second before I saw you had no gear.
that
Who's
was
up here behind?
You know, like
You need to come to the left a little bit more if you're parking, dude. Now
when
bring
I
your
was
nose
on
left.
the deck. When I was on the deck, I hit the gear button and it was down,
There you
so
go,
like they were
straight stop.
reversed
Oh,
or something.
interesting.
I don't.
Thanks, Cope. Sorry about that.
I think that's what happened.
Did
but
you have anybody in your back seat at all?
No, not that I
Okay.
know of.
Bo.
So-
Who's 213?
Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning.
So just so you guys know, as you are touching down, you should automatically be bringing your boards in and hitting full power. If you trap and your boards are out, like I'm seeing people do right now, that's an automatic downgrade.
So bring your boards in.
The
on-
moment
when
you're
you catch the
touching, yeah. Well, as you're
As you're going full
touching down and bringing the power up as if you were about to bolter, just in case, your board should already be in mid deck.
Ooh, nice. Look at that, everybody's
Shut them
on.
down. Who's ever on 2?
Well, do you want to shut them down? Because people don't know how to cold start. I can walk you through it, but I'm going to go back
I
up.
just want it because it's pretty.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We shutting down or?
I'm going to go back up. I'd prefer if we keep flying.
Yeah, that does look good.
I want to do a
I'll
shit
have to
hot.
get a new airplane anyway. So.
Well, Bingo tried to do a shit hot.
Well,
Well,
don't, I'm
he did
tr-
it too.
I'm gonna try it when I get there.
Just gotta fix my nose wheel steering
Hey,
here. I
Bo,
haven't got that.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, you gotta push and hold it.
So, Max, you need a new plane, right?
Yeah, Max, you, Max, you look like
Can
a
it will
sad
repair on the
wounded
deck or
bird.
no?
I don't think it'll repair at all.
I don't know if it will, but yeah, you've got a partially collapsed gear and a main gear door open. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you do.
That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that.
Is it alright if I despawn? Someone park where I am.
Huh? No, you're fine.
Alright, yeah.
Try and remember, you got to get another air start then, and the boat's been cruising. So
How do you shut down the engines? Fuel cutoff is not working.
you need to right click on the. Oh, that's not clickable right now. You'd have to hit your finger lift button, which I think is home. And then shut down your gens, shut down your MFDs. There actually is a checklist in the kneeboard, I think.
It looks all my gauges are indicating 0, but he's telling me to shut down.
Keep
the
turning
engines.
left. Keep turning left. Keep turning left. Keep turning left. You're too close. You keep turning left. Keep turning left. You're too close.
Trucky's here.
That's all right. Come on up. Stop.
Yeah, he's
Kool-Aid, are you in my backseat?
telling me my engines are on and they're not.
Is it me or just Vex? You got a different
How
color.
far away from the ship then? Since
Oh, you're
in
Kool-Aid's
the
still
back.
back there.
Particle just put on his VX skin.
Hey, Particle, and I'm in the Bo's backseat.
Turn
The
left
stick
now.
Is,
Hard.
Yep.
The stick's textures
Keep
are-
turning left. Hard.
Yep.
Write it down.
It's all bad. No, it's all bad. Don't worry about the rear pit right now. I haven't moved the front to the back yet.
Flaps up. There you go.
F2.
I'm in your backseat, Bo, so I better see good things.
Oh. Well,
Whisper, of
anytime
course,
you're
about,
flying with a real pilot,
F1.
other than yourself, it's gonna be good, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna kick your.
Alright, so Particle.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yep.
So my engines are shut down completely. I'm getting 0 IPM, ITT temp 0. EGT 0. Everything's shut off. Fuel's in the cutoff position. Engine starter is off. Battery and generator off. It still thinks it's on. The AI does.
Yeah, I haven't tested the arm and repair or the repair yet, especially on a carrier. So I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that.
I don't know if it was something I was doing wrong or what. But
Particle, are you joining Bo in the stack?
I'm just gonna go up.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, if
So
we can
any
keep doing
screenshots
pattern.
we take, can we post them or?
I would maybe run them by me if you don't mind, but yeah, no backseat stuff right now. Only because I'm not worried about the backseat. It's just none of the new stuff is really propagated back there yet, so there's no reason to really show it. It's all the same old stuff.
Yeah, can copy that. No backseat.
Alright, Bo.
So Bingo, as you see
304
Particle
initial.
launching, just gun your
0
throttle.
Copy pinned.
okay, I'm just gonna grab a new jet.
All
Parking
the
brake is
T-bone.
armed.
Logi 1.
304 initial.
Initial for the
Watch.
shit hot.
Yep. That's what shit up. Oh god, please stay me alive. Please stay me alive. Please stay me alive.
So
Oh
you can't
no,
take off
I
from
forgot.
the
Oh, I
Where's the
screwed
red?
up. Yep, I'm down. Well, that was a mistake. I didn't do my flight check. Yeah, I didn't do my flight check. I didn't have my flaps out.
Check the gear, check the flaps, and check the brakes.
Oh well.
I may have extended the gear too fast. That might have been why I collapsed.
Yeah, it looked like a good trap. I'll be back.
Bo, never mind.
I may have overstepped.
Little low.
Yeah, I can catch a fish if you want.
We're good.
Hey Skipper, you said that you had a mission in mind, something you want to do special?
Oh yeah, I'm working out the details, but
304 Goss.
hit me up after this. So I'll go over my idea.
Copy that.
Let's try this again.
So has anyone been able to jump into anyone's back seat yet? This session?
Oh yeah.
I'm in the back
Yeah,
seat.
Kool-Aid's back there.
Oh, my ass.
Bolter.
Alright, on my
Breaks in,
screen,
breaks in.
Relax,
That was
relax.
perfect.
on my screen right now, the 3-wire is catched. Right now.
That's so weird.
It's no, literally, my 3-wire still
That a
extended.
word?
It's stretching right now. The 3-wire on my screen is literally stretching right now on this hook.
Come on, Whisper. Bring
What's
out the helo.
catched?
Let's go shooting some stuff.
All right.
Is it
there we go.
caught
It's
or
back.
is it catch?
Yeah, caught.
Okay.
What did I say?
They need to reopen
Yeah,
the
your
schools
your
so
voice
bad.
has changed, but your
Did
words
I
are still messed
did I
up.
say something stupid? Did I say? What the hell did I say?
Out here tricking people. Catched.
What's the course of the boat? I can't remember in this mission.
It's
010.
0, yeah, whatever.
So Whisper, you know we have enough people to probably complete last night's mission.
Oh, give me a little bit more of your time, if you don't mind. If we can fly another 15 minutes, and then we'll go over there and fortunate son it.
I don't know if Kool-Aid will be an badass again, but who knows? Oh, by the way, Whisper, my dad died dying laughing when you put in the comment, and it was just like, and ... Kool-Aid ... is kind of being a badass.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, he's kind of
Surprising. He knew. He knew kind of.
So, for those of you who
I
are
just
here
see, like,
watching the
nodding
stream,
approval.
can you actually hear
Hey,
my
there are
voice?
a
Because
lot of
I don't know. I think I've
Guys
got it
on
all
the-
set up properly.
How many people
but
are watching the? What's it called back there?
304 Gossip Ball 2.9.
Everybody's on the LSL platform.
And Bo, you hear that, Bo? Listen to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the optimal turn speed is?
Not off the top of my head.
I feel like once you start nearing 250, it doesn't want to corner as well. Feel the wings start to give.
Kool-Aid, chill.
What wire was that?
Okay, cool. Just want to
Doesn't
make
matter.
sure.
Did you hear what Particle said?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to be jester for a minute.
Kool-Aid, less is more.
It's okay.
So those of you who are in chat, feel free
As your
to
voice
fire me some
drops, so does
questions.
your talking.
71. What boat is this?
That's Coke, right? Talking. I love you,
Yeah.
Coke. Thanks, man.
Oh,
What is
sorry.
it? What is it? Particle?
It should be tack. Are you asking for the Tacan?
Oh no, I'm just wondering what boat is it? 71.
I do not know. Is that the Roosevelt? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So feel free to fire some
Good
questions at
trap,
me.
though,
I'll
Cooley.
try
Did
and.
you get a 4-wire? Or was it a 3?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, 2? Oh, okay. I thought it looked like a 3 from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it was a little low.
F2. Oh, my lights aren't on. F1. F1.
That was weird though. I saw the wire get stretched out.
F2. F1.
Oh, what are you doing, Whisper? Some Skyrim?
There is no
Yeah,
air-to-air
that's
refueling in
smoke.
this aircraft. Yes, it does
I
have
spent
practice
to be
bombs.
able to
I was actually
work.
trying to do that on the carrier,
Nice.
and when I did that, there actually is a full stores page. Here, I'll pull it up over here.
Do you have enough altitude for that move?
I don't have any stores on it, but you can see here we've got a stores page.
That's perfect.
We have practice rockets. We've
Hornet,
got
no.
bombs.
Yeah,
No
yes, you
gun.
That's okay.
And so we can put 6 practice bombs on each station and deploy them. And we have a CCIP
Watch
mode
that
here,
bridge.
and you can actually see. Let me come around here. It's hard to see
No,
right
I'm
now,
not
but if you look down the
getting
HUD, you actually
queries to
see we
join.
have a CCIP right here.
Oh, I'm in.
Are you in the back seat?
Yeah, I just hit cancel, and then briefing fly.
There you go. So there's your
So basically,
CCIP.
just let me do it.
All right, so you're back there.
And we're in
Yeah,
safe
your canopy.
mode, but
Negative.
basically master arm is
Okay.
clickable, and we could master arm it, and then you
Jump
can
out.
pickle those off. And one thing with the T45 is it's not got a system that cycles left, right. So when you are doing bomb runs, you'll want to, pickle a couple
Where's the
here off.
streaming?
You'll notice. So I'm live right now on YouTube with the VNAO simulations. I'm actually talking to chat right now, walking them through some stuff. So if they have some questions, I'll forward them to you guys, and maybe we can demo some stuff. And then we don't have any. The target height is in op right now, so we can't really calculate like air bursts or anything like that. But so bombs and stuff like that works. Rockets. And then we go back to nav or manual and then nav.
Altitude, it just sits there.
And then we can go back to HSI, make sure we're saved, and there we go. And so, yeah, so we've got practice. Let's see here. I can't read chat, so give me a second.
Did you leave, Bo?
Yeah, so the plane does not have air to
am
air
just
refueling.
getting my
It's
eye
not that it
break for a
doesn't do
few
it.
minutes.
Sadly, if
I
it
flew
was an
earlier
air-to-air
with
refueling
Striker,
plane,
did like a long-ass
we couldn't
mission,
actually
so
do that
that's-
because the plane doesn't have radio connections. So if I pull up my
Rift
comms
S.
menu, notice up here,
I just got the G2, man.
there's no
You liking it?
there's
Oh,
no
it's
radio
awesome.
communications to contact
had
anybody
an
like the
S,
carrier or
didn't you?
anything. So,
I did have an S. and it
but
was
the good news is
pretty good improvement.
SRS
So
does work
clear,
with this
huh?
plane. So
Yeah.
you've got COM 1 here
Yeah.
at the stack behind the
But they're
that
not even selling them now. Huh?
can be
They have stuff.
tuned.
Well, no, there's
And then you've got your comms 2 over here,
they're
and
accurate.
we'll be providing an SRS script that you can use with this, so
Oh.
that the plane will work with SRS. And if I remember
How
correctly,
is,
I think
the
we actually
software stuff?
have.
It's Steam VR.
Let me mute this other one
and
real quick.
Windows Mixed reality. Recognize it, and if you start DCS,
All right.
it will
I don't know how to
start
do
after
that
you got it
properly.
set
Anyway,
and everything,
so
that's
start
cool.
up- it'll start up Windows Mixed
the
reality.
intercom function should work as well in this aircraft. I'm pretty sure we have that working. So that's cool. So you have intercoms, just like the
it's
Tomcat or any
crystal
multi-crew
clear.
aircraft like the new Huey
Can't
multi-crew,
even
and
when
then
you try, you can barely see a screen
and
door.
you'll have SRS comms. So that'll be cool. So you can talk to other aircraft, but you just won't be able to talk to the DCS
So,
simulation
if you're looking
system.
directly on something when it's clears,
Mm-hmm.
so when you start looking side-eye at stuff, it
All right, let me
starts
try
to
and
get a
not
little bit
crash
blurry,
here and try and head
but not
towards
too
the
much.
boat.
Ah.
And let's
the
see.
way that Bozo described it, 'cause he had a G1.
No,
and,
there is no
he said that
centerline
it's
smoke.
basically the same headset, except that the sweet spot is a little bit bigger.
Okay,
and the
so two
lenses.
questions. Let's start with the first one. So no, we do not. We're not putting smoke in here. There's absolutely no reason why somebody couldn't do that.
Yeah,
we
I'm thinking
won't be
about
adding a
getting one,
centerline
dude.
smoke function to it because it's not really a show or
We ought
demo
to.
bird.
I mean, it's,
I
think
know
36,
the
36.
BAE Hawk does have it. So you totally could add it in, but it's not a feature we're gonna add
Your
to the
gear's
aircraft.
messed up, dude.
Who?
Let's see,
know
what was the
who's
other
yours.
one?
That's happy. I
good
am
to
low
go.
riding in this
So, one of the things is, we've been pushing really hard on this, and you can see
Can't
here
take it
that
anymore. I can't slip in any more men on the boat.
we've been spending a lot of time working
What?
on.
That sounded really horrible.
Are you
all right.
actually physically in bingo?
So I'm gonna mute TeamSpeak for just a moment because I'm trying to answer questions, and you guys are talking about men on ships. Jesus, hold on.
Sound muted.
Oh, this group, so good. So what was the question? So updates. So, we've been working really hard. There's a lot of work that's gone into this. It's taken a lot of time. I spent a lot of my time working on the art side of stuff and kind of managing the project and bringing all the pieces together, the engineering, the art, the skins, or the liveries, and, general like feature requests, and, the interface in between the pilots and the test pilots, and, making the progress on the actual aircraft. We're trying to get it to a point where we can hand it off to people and it can sit there for a little bit without any major issues. Right now, I would say that the things that would be keeping me from kind of greenlighting this to be released would be, I still have a little bit of work to do in the pit for the systems that are necessary to make this feel right. There's some texturing work, there's some modeling work that needs to be done. I've been spending a lot of my time. You can see all the gauges are basically functional. There's some texturing work. The pan on the bottom of the cockpit should not be dark gray. It should be, a bluish gray. So things like that. I know they're very, minor details, and it's like, well, I can't believe you're holding it for that. But, those are things that are really important to me. And, I want to make sure that what we're delivering is of a quality that I'll be happy with. And so, like I said, I focus more on the art side and kind of the presentation side of things. So I've been going through like the AOA indexer, to the left of the HUD. That's still a stand-in model. I need to model that out. That's on my list to hit real soon here. It works. Like here, I'll pull the throttle back here and show you. Indicator lights, like next to the AOA, you can see the speed brake in full. They're too dim. That needs to be tuned. Here, let me drop the gear and I'll show you. The gear handle doesn't light up as it's transitioning. That needs to be done, but you'll notice here the AOA indexer does work. The HUD does work. We've got all the functionality here of, when I drop the hook over here, we get our E-bracket. We can cage the HUD here. Let me see here. Let me get this thing trimmed out for on speed. And we'll drop our flap so we stabilize a little bit, and there comes our E-bracket, and now we can stabilize the aircraft. So I just want to kind of show a lot of little things here that are working, and what we've been focusing on. So there, I'm trimming my E-bracket, and as that comes in, you'll see the AOA indexer lines up as it should. And trim this out. And then, beyond the functionality of things like these systems that we've been working really hard on, marrying the functionality of all these things to the art, we've been tuning the flight model. I mean, the flight model is good. It flies like nothing in DCS right now, which is a good thing in a sense that it behaves like its own aircraft. It's not like, oh, this is just a skin over an F-15 or something like that. We're trying to match as accurately as we possibly can with the tools that we have what the plane does. And we, like I said, have real T45 pilots coming in and evaluating the performance of the aircraft at different altitudes, different airspeeds, different configurations. And we're getting closer, but it takes a lot of time and effort to kind of push those numbers into the right area. And it's not an area of expertise that I have experience in. We have Nibilot, who is a very, very good programmer, who has spent a lot of time working with me on this and the pilots to get it as close as we possibly can. And we know it's going to be good, and that people are going to feel like it's as close as we possibly can get to the aircraft. But I have no experience in a T45, I'll be honest with you. But we've tapped the resources to be able to make that possible. So let me see what else we got question wise. So the HUD has been something that we've been trying to constantly tune. The contrast, yes, it is a little bit challenging. We've been tweaking the font, the line thicknesses, the colors. And it's still something that, obviously over white, it is, I'm not going to lie, it is challenging to read. The nice thing is, you've got a backup down here in the ADI. We'll also be adding over here the ability to mirror the HUD. So once we finish all the functionality code for the HUD up here, it will be repeated down into here. So at the very least, you'll have access to be able to bring that up and kind of check your numbers down there. But yes, the HUD is not finalized. Look wise, we're doing a test to try and get that as close as we possibly can. Another thing we have here is right now, I think I've got the HUD caged. If I uncage it, you can see that we get the ghosting velocity vector, and it wanders around, and then uncage it again. There we go. So yeah, the HUD is definitely a work in progress. Let's see what else. I have a VR headset on, so sorry I have to keep lifting it to kind of read this. Yes, we have, let's see, wait, is it standalone or will it require anything? So this is a complete standalone EFM. I could, you can basically download the build and unzip it, and just like the Herc, you drop it in, or the A4, you drop it in, and there is no module in the DCS game that you have to fly this aircraft other than DCS. You could literally create a new DCS account, download the base install of DCS, just grab this module and fly this module, and you'd be all set. You wouldn't have to have anything else. Let's see here. Yeah, so it has TACAN. So I will show you right here. So down on the HSI, you can see, let me clean my aircraft up here so that I can, okay, bring that up, clean that up, get our airspeed up, brakes in. All right, so yes, we have TACAN. So over here, I don't know, let me see if I can get the sun on it a little bit so you can kind of see it, or I could turn on my lights. Let me see here if I can turn on some pit lighting a little bit. So here's our TACAN panel. So, on off works. You can dial in the TACAN numbers. Right, it all works, and the TACAN, and this is 1. Let me make sure I'm not going to crash here. And then you'll notice up here I don't have the TACAN box, but as soon as I box this TACAN, it gives me a TACAN waypoint, and I can kind of tell that I'm 3.8 DME from the boat. Tells my heading and then my estimated time on target. So I can turn that direction and we can head right over there. We can also set our course up here. You can box your course over here. 010 is the course, but if you don't want to sit there and, keep, let me get my head down here, and there's no autopilot in this thing, so let me make sure I'm stabilized so I don't crash. You can set the course up here. So course set 255, enter, and you'll notice the course changed down here. And we can box and unbox the course. We can set the heading. You can set those things. And then the plane in the real world has ILS. It does not have ICLS. So there's no instrument carrier landing system on this aircraft. So it's not a Case 3 rated aircraft. But it does work with ground-based ILS. And then, let's see. Yeah, so... Okay, so liveries. Right now I'm flying, I don't even know which one I'm flying. So I am flying Training Wing 1, VT7. So we are going to release, we actually have them all painted already. There are some detail things that we still need to fix. I don't have the most recent livery drops in here, so I don't have the most recent skins. But The nice thing is we will have training wing skins for all the real world training skins, and we've built the materials to adapt so that it's kind of neat, so that everybody doesn't fly the same jet. You know, they all the Bort numbers, like see this number on the front 114, that will update off the entire aircraft based on what you put in the rearm and refuel or in the mission header. So if I name this jet, you know, 351 or whatever, the front number on both sides will change. The flap number callouts will change. The tail number will update, and underneath here, this is not accurate and this is not how it really works, but we thought it was kind of neat. The VNAO number underneath the 45C, the 165114, that updates on every plane as well. So if I was to change this to 165351 for my nose, for my Bort number 351, the VNAO number would change to 165351, which is fun, you know, so that, you know, every plane, if you're taking screenshots, is going to have different VNAO numbers and different Bort numbers for pictures of your wings, and you can fly different skins. So we've got VT7, we've got, I can't show you right now because I'm not on deck, and I don't have any deck birds, but let me see if I can actually swap over here no, I can't get to another bird right now, so we'll just keep this going. Yeah, so and then we have a few CAG birds. We've got the Texas bird, which I think you've seen before. We've got the red tails, or red hawks. We've got VX bird, which is blue, which is the test platform that they test new technology for the aircraft, for the T45. So that skin's in there too. It's actually one I asked for because I fly that one typically, because that's what I do as I develop. So I like flying that bird, and it's pretty. Yeah. So let's see. On the bombing, we've got CCIP. We have manual. I'm not familiar with depressed reticle bombing. Maybe I am, and I just don't know that term. But we have CCIP and manual bombing, so we've got those. Yeah, so UFC I just showed is functional. Back in here, you know, you can set your low altitude warning to like 500. Boom, and that updates. And honestly, I don't remember where that is. Those are in op. Elevation. I don't remember where that is, but beyond that, yeah, you saw me set the course. So course, you know, 301. Hit enter, and you saw the course down here is now 301. You can also change it here, and it will update. So there's a functionality there. So you know, we can change the brightness of the HUD, which, you know, people were already complaining that it's too dim. So you know, you can turn it on and off. There it is, off. You can cold start the aircraft. That all works. Yeah. So there's a master mode cycling through bombing modes. You can see there. So yeah, what else? What do we got? Instrument lighting. Yes. So it's really hard to see right now, and actually I don't know how this is going to show up in the stream because I'm wearing a VR headset, and I'm actually repeating it to a capture window for VR. But over here, I'll turn the instrument panel lighting all the way up. You can see, I don't know if that shows up in stream here. I don't think it does. Nope, I don't think it does. But there's pit flood lighting right now. And then because I haven't finished all the textures for the aircraft, I don't have all of the backlighting for all of the panels working. So I've got, you know, the console lighting here, and then the main instrument panel. you know, is work in progress, and it's daylight right now, so it's really hard to see that kind of stuff. But if I had a night mission, I could show you that a little bit better. But functionality, it's there. It's just not completely polished yet. No, we don't have a fake, you know, gun mode at this point, so you'll have to just, you know, dogfight with other things, sadly. Right now, we do not have waypoint storage and strings. I think that's on our list to eventually use or set up, but I don't think we have that as a priority yet. But it's definitely something we want to do. Let's see, CDI modes on the TACAN. So right now, I'm not exactly sure the code behind the complete functionality of the TACAN. So I'm pretty sure we don't have that functionality working right now. But let me check. Maybe we do. Oh, I may be completely wrong right now. We may actually have gotten waypoints working, and I feel really dumb right now because I didn't even test that on the list. So that may be there. I may have to put that on the test list to go through. So that's a new thing to me. So that's good. That's always good. Let's see what else. I don't know about the IFF transponder with SRS. If it's built into the standard SRS and we have SRS to hook into it, we might. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of the SRS testing. So, yeah, I'm not sure on that. Yes, it is flyable from the back seat. So since I'm in a server right now with other people, I can't jump into the back seat because there could be someone back there right now. But yes, you can totally fly this entire thing from the back seat. And the other thing is, one of the reasons why I'm not in the back seat right now is because there's a lot of new stuff in the aircraft art-wise, and so I've been spending my time, you know, getting the front pit, because that's primarily going to be the first thing that people are going to experience. So the front pit, I wanted to get a lot of the things like, you know, the compass up here. I wanted to get the stick modeled, and because, you know, I know those things are going to repeat back into the back seat. And so rather than having to do work over and over again, my goal here, let me hit this so I can head back to the boat and do some traps in a little bit. You know, my goal here was that, you know, when I was at a point where I was happy with some of the art that was being done for the front pit, I can just very quickly duplicate that back to the back seat. Now, not everything goes into the back seat. The back seat is, you don't fly this aircraft as a single pilot from the back seat. Single pilot's only from the front seat, but a dual pilot with an instructor in the back seat has enough that they can, you know, command the aircraft if needed to. But there are things like, you'll notice over here on the right side, it's going to be super black, but you'll notice the IFF panel super black and super placeholder. That's because we're not going to have IFF working in the aircraft, so it was one of those things that I'm holding off to build out because it's not, you know, really going to be there. Plus, that panel does not get propagated to the back seat. So, so there's no reason to kind of invest the time there initially. Yes, it will get done, but those are the kind of priorities that we're putting into the aircraft is, you know, get the functional systems and interactions for the pilot done first, and then we move on to the kind of secondary tier system functionalities after that. Yeah, so that's kind of the philosophy we've been working towards on this. And then kind of the next question that I see is a deadline. Yes, I know we've been throwing out a deadline of by the end of this year. It's one of the reasons why, you know, we discussed and I decided that I'm just going to go live and kind of show you guys where it's at right now. You can see on the canopy here, there's some really bad texturing stuff. The reason the texture looks like crud right now is because I just spent time remodeling some of these parts, the structure, because I wasn't happy with them, and I haven't got a chance to UV them and texture and put them through the material process. But it's also one of the reasons why I showed that image of kind of the different stages of modeling and texturing is everything starts with a base flat paint, and then I've got presets and kind of types of materials, like you can see down here on the comms panel. This one is dirty and it's got wear on it, and that's kind of a finished panel in my opinion, and that's kind of the level that eventually we hope to be getting with everything here before we release. But again, it's really at what point do we decide to just kind of pull the trigger and release it to the wild? We're trying to make sure we don't have any major bugs, and I would say the major bugs and features that we're missing right now is I still have to copy a lot of the art from the front, which is not a big process. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not a significant process, to the back seat. So the instrumentation works back there for the instructor pilot, or it would be worthless to have multi-crew. And then the other thing is making sure the flight model is not so far off that it's not going to be useful, because like you saw earlier in the stream, we have people flying this thing around, and we already have a sister wing that is writing up kind of procedures and training syllabus for this, so that we can immediately hit the ground running and kind of have these training these training documents ready to go out with the plane. So we're just trying to get all of our ducks in a row. So at this point, unless I figure out how not to sleep, which hasn't been working out so well, it's definitely going to be tough to get it out by the end of this year. But again, I want to show you guys, everyone, where it is right now and what we're pushing for. It's not wildly off. So that's the good news. It's not like I'm in a gray model and, major systems aren't functioning. We're just trying to hit those sweet spots in the fine tuning to get it where it needs to be for us to be happy and you to be happy. F3. Somebody wants F3. Okay. F3. F3. F1. All right, there's your F3. Let's see. I don't know about reshade. I know reshade, but I don't use it, so I don't know. That's going to kind of be up to you guys to kind of test and tell me. And then the IFF. Yeah, like I just said with the IFF is there. I have research for it. I will model it out. I don't know how functional we'll get it to be, if functional at all, because again, this is a training aircraft, but it's not a combat aircraft. And our goal here is it's a step in that training program, for pilots going into the faster jets. And so that's one of the things that we aren't necessarily going to invest all of our time in. We much rather get all the the basic functionalities in there of people who are just getting into things, who I see people asking, do I buy an F-18? Do I buy an F-14? What should I get? And it's more about going through those actual steps of training and getting the plane and the pilot familiar with one another in that muscle memory. Then you can step into the F-18 and be completely overwhelmed. With this aircraft, you can at least get a taste of it, and it's not a completely overwhelming jet to fly. It's complicated, but it's much easier to step into than one of those bigger planes. All right, let's see. We talked about the T6. It's definitely on our roadmap. One thing we do like, and one thing we really like training aircraft, and we also really like multi-crew aircraft. We think that it's actually a really important feature of this experience. And so we would love to do that, but we want to make sure that we hit the mark on this thing first and then see what we're doing. But we are planning and doing some exploration on the T6 right now, so I wouldn't count that out. All right, and I'm going to, since I'm kind of caught up now, I think, I'm going to go back and let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and unmute these guys and see.
I never saw that before. Button this, button that.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Oh, that was there.
I'm back. Sorry about that. I got through all the questions.
Hey, I think we're
Okay.
all.
What
I
kind
think
of
there's.
questions were they doing?
What's that?
What kind of questions were we getting?
They want to know why the liveries aren't done yet, and no, I'm kidding. No, I basically was just walking them through the jet and the expectations, and kind of wanted to show them what we've got and what we're dealing with. Walked them through some of the systems and showing that they're working. I'm going to try and land on the deck here and grab some bombs and try and not crash on takeoff again, and just show them some bombs and rockets that work.
Alright, you got about 3 Goshawks behind you, by the way, Particle.
Okay, sorry, I'm cutting in line then.
Max just did a high, very high.
Missouri, cool.
A little high.
I know this is not a real pattern.
Brakes, and I basically flew right by.
So I know this is not the
I
approach.
flipped over the top of you.
So please forgive me. But I want to get on the deck here because I don't have any deck spawn aircraft in this mission. And if I can trap this, then I can get some ordnance on here, and I can show you how that works.
300, 2,000.
How many people are watching you there?
We've got about 24. It varies.
It's not bad for not announcing. Next time we announce, next time you want to do this, give like a week heads up. I'll have all of Facebook on there. Or try to.
103.
Definitely.
2.9.
All right, well, I bolted, so now I get to try and fly a pattern.
A little hot. Come left.
I'll just turn on the 180 part.
Okay, sounds good. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump into the back seat of someone else's aircraft here, and I'm gonna show that I can fly the aircraft from the back seat. So let me do this. Who's in a position where I can actually jump into their back seat and not throw them off?
You can hop in with me.
All right, let me see
Yeah,
here.
hop over
All right,
Max
let me
first.
just pick. Let me grab Max. Okay. So bear with me 1 second, guys. Hang on.
I
go to
bolted as well.
spectators. Okay, so.
Dude, it would be so nice if we could sit here and adjust like the hook to ramp height and all that other stuff. And this thing right here would actually adjust the ball. Before
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? All right, Max, request sent.
Hope some of those.
He won't get the invite particle. You gotta hit cancel briefly.
I hit cancel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Alright, if anyone's with me, we're commencing.
So they changed that code with the Huey then, I'm guessing, because that's new. All right, Max, I'm in the back seat. Okay, so stand by. Hang on to the plane for a minute. Okay, so this is the back seat. So for those of you who are curious, this is why, again, there's a back seat here. You can see that he's flying the aircraft. I can actually, and
Speed brake's not working.
not everything is textured or moved from the front to the back. So you can see, in the front here that that new compass that I did behind the mirrors is not back here, and the mirrors are small, and all this stuff needs to be fixed. The neat thing though is that we do have functional MFDs back here now, which is pretty cool. And then you can see the stick is got a really bad texture on it because you
I'm
know,
not even
this
looking at
is
you. I
this
backed
is.
up.
There's actually 2 sticks
Nope,
in here
I
because I
can't
forgot
s-
to leave the
Yeah, I can't see the
I
hook
forgot to
down
put
in
the
your hook
get
or
rid of the
my-
old one.
my hook
So
at all, either of
it's
the handles.
ugly, but I'm going to show you that I can fly from back here.
103 Goshawk
Um,
2.9.
So
right.
stand
Say
by.
again, Bingo.
Can you see it in F2 mode?
You're high.
I do.
All right, Max, are you ready?
High. You're high. Right on it. Leave it there.
All right, so I just took control. I have control, Max. So I just took control. All I have to do is hit J, and I'm going to do a left roll. So I am flying right now from the back seat.
Bingo, I'm in
What was
trail.
that?
So, you know, we'll go inverted here.
What's Coco? What is that?
Aren't we a little low though?
3-wire, bud.
Alright, thanks.
760.
All right. And yeah, so I have control right now. So the way that
Yeah,
this
just
plane
wanna
is set up
get a
is I'm the
point.
instructor. So all I have to do is hit J and I immediately can take control. You can map that to anything you want. So if you're flying with somebody who doesn't know how to fly and you're kind of instructing to say, okay, here's how the plane needs to be configured. Here's how. I'm just walking them through some things, Max. So if you know,
Whisper too?
want to go through
No, I went
some of
through
the
this,
behaviors,
Sorry.
you know, you can show them how the plane needs to be configured
He's
for
making me
landing. I can change the flaps.
All
You
those
know, I can
nauseous
drop the
noises
gear.
that to me.
But yeah, so it's flyable. Not everything is
it's definitely
clickable back here, like I said, because
done. It's funny,
not
you don't wanna do
everything has been propagated from the front to the back. But here's where the back pit sits right now. So it's not terrible, but it's
Yeah,
not
I'm having
completely
to, like,
functional
bring
to
you
the
guys in,
point
like,
where I would
If it was
consider
an 18,
happy
you'd
with
hit
it.
the back of the deck.
So what I can do now is I can hand
Back
back
to
control
carrier.
to him, and I'm going to do that right now. So Max, I'm going to hand you back control. You ready?
Yep.
All right. You have control. So all I did is hit J again on the keyboard, and now he has the aircraft again. And so my hands are in the air, and I'm not doing anything. So even though my pedals are moving and this is moving, which, you know, I can do that because I can do that, he's flying the aircraft, and he's going to kill us. So at that point, what I should have done is I should have hit J and I should have taken control of the aircraft back.
So
But
it seems to me like there's some flight model changes since the last time I flew it.
there shouldn't be.
It does do it like a stall shutter.
It feels better to me. I
and
like it.
It parts on a high angle of attack at a high speed, like we just
You're
did.
high.
It might. I mean, I don't think I got a new flight model, but yeah, I don't
You're high.
think so.
They never
Right on.
shuttered before. Did it shutter for you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I just wasn't
Good trap.
pushing it to that edge.
Yeah. So
Yeah, once you get like 250.
but I mean,
and then
I'm in the
that
back
starts,
seat right now,
installing.
and
3-wire. Good trap.
you know, I can actually follow him all the way down here. So F2.
101.
F2.
A Goshawk ball.
And see,
Particle, quick question.
yep.
You're
Can
high.
Actually, stand by.
You're high.
So if you notice on this jet, he's flying a 223, and you'll notice that all we did is change the Bort number in there, and he's got 223 there. Notice it's still training wing 1, 23 there, and then the Buno is 165223. So it's all updated across. What I've been trying to figure out is how to get that number into the cockpit F1.
When you
What I wanna
Parker,
do-
when you have control in the back seat, can you release weapons as well or no?
1-wire.
I think you can. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but I think you can.
Yeah, you were high. And,
Because you technically wouldn't want to do that from the back seat because you don't have a HUD, so you wouldn't be able to accurately bomb because the HUD has been removed. So I don't think that's something that you'd actually do in the aircraft, and I'd have to confirm that.
Have you launched yet, Vex?
So,
Oh, go for it.
All right, buddy.
So,
so what I was going to say is,
as soon as you start moving us up,
basically, there's a place, you know, kind of that maintainers will write
Okay.
with chalk or
Oh,
something, or
Very
typically there will be a
Well,
number
you know,
on the
hurt
panel,
yourself.
so
Yeah,
that
no,
and then got to make sure full flaps.
You know what
trimmed
your
to
number
reach-
jet you're in when you're flying. And
Roger.
what I've been trying to figure out is a way that we can kind of, put that number in the panel so that,
Right.
if you're
Is
flying
the,
a different
paddock
jet that
clear?
day,
So-
you know what the number
Yeah.
is, and that number updates off of the board
Sounds good,
number
sir.
that's placed when the jet is set up in Mission Editor or in the
Guys, do keep in mind,
in the rearm refuel.
I'm not a LSO, so sorry. I'm trying.
Hi, doing good.
All right, so I think I'm going to wrap the stream up, but let's. He's gonna do an approach here. Notice that my AOA works back here in the back seat. I can see if he's on speed.
With the gas turbine, it's hold down and then induce.
Yep, 3 seconds, and then on the front panel it'll show you GTS ready. Stand by. I'm talking while this approach is going on.
I got it. Nothing.
So
Right, guys, I'll
so right now we have a big sync issue.
A little long in the groove.
Max, check your hook. F2.
It's down.
Okay. So see how he's fully configured down. So he's got, everything, speed brakes out, flaps full. You can kind of hear the gear cycling. These are some of the sync issues that without an SDK access, we can't really get right. Oh, but nice little thing is you'll notice the AOA indexer on the front gear, the nose gear works. F1. But here's what a approach looks like from the back seat.
High. You're high. Low power.
Now, when you defill this, it really hooks up.
For what?
And there you go.
Who was that just trapped?
Max
That's me.
particle.
So now, here's one of the things I'm going to show you that's not cool. Again, the sync issues is this. F2. F2. So
Got started up.
right now, he got everything cleaned up, but if I go back to F1 and go back in the cockpit, you'll see that my flap lever is up full forward, but his flaps and slats are still out. So it stinks, but those are the kind of sync issues you're going to see in this aircraft. So if you're aware of them,
That's not ball.
you get it, but it's because we just don't have SDK access and we don't have the ability to really write our outside.
The way you got the guys that are out there.
Well, thank ice. This is ice.
Oh, this is ice?
Yep.
I wouldn't get rid of the ordnance.
You what?
Get rid of the ordnance guys, the red shirts.
Too wide.
Oh,
They're not
yeah.
going to really be having any red
Low
shirts.
high.
out
Bob, you mean the HUD
Those are,
repeater in
that's
the
Charlie,
MFD?
noise
If that's
07.
what you mean,
Sorry,
no,
sorry,
not
09,
yet.
I'm
But
not.
there's
That
no.
little bit of power
it,
that's
it,
added right there and just
Right on,
it
bingo.
floated.
I'm just gonna
it
take a
is
break here. Right back.
it is on our list. Stand by.
All right, amigos. I'm gonna grab myself some food. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
there. See you happy?
Thanks, Happy. So you can see here in the menu
particle
under the
taken
HUD.
From,
So
Almanad with some practice bombs.
placeholder until HUD is finished. So I've already got this on the list. Is as soon as we have the HUD kind of locked down, we'll be putting the code into here, so it will be
Try calling
it
Pull
will
forward
be
took me a while.
repeated into the MFD.
He didn't start calling me until I was almost on top of him.
Yeah, the other thing, Max, is you could try grabbing some gas or just jiggling the gas and doing it that way. I found that seems to make it work. I don't know what's going on.
Traffic 200 taking off Bravo runway 09 northwest.
I'm gonna jump out of your jet too, Max.
Rush.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna show you guys another bug here, and I don't have a problem showing this, but Now if I go here and I'm out of his jet,
Max, I'm gonna pass you on
do you
direct
see how he
no
has no
parking.
gear? This is a sync issue
Okay.
we're still working on, is because I was in his seat and the state of his gear and flaps was out of sync with mine. I don't know why. I don't know as another client that his gear is down or what configuration his jet is in.
You're high.
So the only way this is going to be fixed is if when he takes off, when he cycles those systems like his flaps, his gear, those will resync and will be updated across the network. So it's one of the things that we're fighting.
Promenade, 200 taking off runway
But
29.
if you are not in the back seat of if you are in the back seat of someone's jet and you exit and go into another plane, you'll see that issue.
Three-wire.
But
Nice
Capture V-arm,
if you're
refuel,
in the
start guiding right
if
away.
you're in another jet,
Was
you
that you,
shouldn't
Bruce?
see that issue.
Yeah, three-wire,
Even if
three-wire.
I go, well, I can't actually go to another jet on deck, but
Paddle?
even if I go into a new jet now and come back to the boat and see
So
him,
how low do we have to
and
be
he's
to go?
still
'Cause
on
I'm, like,
the
almost at
deck,
bottom of the ball when
he
you're
will
going
still
over.
have gear up and incorrect configurations for me. So it's
I
just,
don't know on the ball, but when you get
unfortunately,
around, I'll let you, just
you know,
keep an
one
eye
of
on
the
ball
things
and
that,
I'll let
you know, is just
Oh no, I'm
a bug.
parking. I was just curious.
I'm not sure.
Isn't that
It's-
fun?
I know where I'm at here on the crosshairs, but
It's half a ball.
Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna meet you guys for a second. I'm gonna walk through a cold start.
Copy.
I'm gonna have to freaking restart this. Oh,
Sound muted.
All right. So, who wants to learn a cold start real quick? So, this is a cold start of this aircraft. So, I'm sitting F2. So I'm sitting at Almanad, and this is my baby bird, basically. You can see the Texas jet over there. These are considered the CAG birds, but this one is specific to the VX squad, which is the test squadron that VX-23 that tests systems for the aircraft. You know, I think they use this aircraft. This is a representation of the real aircraft that they use in the real world for testing systems and whatnot on the aircraft. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through a cold start. There are a couple things that are not modeled on here, but they are insignificant to the process. But this jet does have a cold start process. So here we go. We'll go back into the cockpit. You don't need external ground and you don't need external air for this aircraft. I'm going to, this is just something that has my mapping. The hook is down, but because the pneumatic system is not energized yet or pressurized, the hook's not going to come up. And technically, the flaps should be down in this mode, and the main centerline gear doors should be hanging down, if I remember correctly. But those things are not set up at this point, but they're, like I said, insignificant to the process. So the first thing we want to do is we want to turn on the batteries, which are over here on the right hip. So bat 1, bat 2, and generator on. And that will give me some indicators. Hide fail generator is on. Now, there are some indicators on here that are incorrect and legacy that I'm currently in the process of updating. This indicator panel here is not accurate to the C model right now, and that is legacy from when we were working on the A and decided to transition over, and I didn't get the indicators right. But those will be fixed so that you get the right indicators in the aircraft. But beyond that, we need to turn on the MFD. You turn on your left MFD and bring up your engine page, because this is where we need to see where the engine, where it spools up, and kind of gives us the indication to when we want to advance the throttle. We technically could turn on the radio if we needed to talk to anybody, but since we're not talking to anybody in this process, you know, we can leave it off. But you can turn on the center comm. And then over here, we want to go to engine start on. And then one of the bugs I'm fighting right now is I don't have, well, you can see this throttle is placeholder and does not have the finger lifts. And this entire left console is being modeled right now, which is why it looks incomplete and not as complete and complex as the right side, because I started with the right and worked across the front to the left, since there was more stuff that needed to be worked out first on the right side. But as we move over to the left here, there should be finger lifts coming from the front here, which would help for the advancement of the throttle. But now that we've got, when we have that modeled, you won't have to use the hotkeys on the keyboard. You can map them to your HOTAS or whatever, or just click on them in the cockpit. But essentially, now that we've got the plane in this configuration, we'll want to hit the gas turbine starter. So we click and hold that for 3 seconds, and you should hear it come on. You can hear the GTS. And then down here on the indicator panel on the lower left, you see GTS in green. And that basically tells me that I should be able to start the engine now that the gas turbine starter is up. And so what I'll do now is I'll advance this to engine start. Whoops. And hold that down. Yeah, I think by going back I messed it up. Let me hit it one more time, the GTS, for 3 seconds. I misclicked, so I may have screwed it up. I'll try it again. There's the GTS. There we go. You see the N2 and the N1 pop up. Over here, you'll see the engine temp start to rise. Should. Oh, no, it's not going to rise until I actually engage. So once it's stabilized here, you can see the percent RPMs here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm hit the home key, which advances the throttle, which spools up the engine. And now you should see the EGT climb. Now, for the people who are aware of this process, the EGT and the bleed air will vary depending on the barometric pressure altitude. We don't have those variations modeled in the aircraft right now, so we're always operating at standard pressure. And so the variations in the temperatures and the idle RPMs will not be as accurate as they would be in the real world. But I know the maintainers will hate me for saying this. This is close for what we need right now. This is close enough. Unless it's wildly out of spec, this is basically where we're going to get the engine modeled right now, unless we get more. But he just did a cold start over there, and he's ready to taxi out. And then now that we've got this, we can bring on the rest of our systems. So we can turn on our HUD. We can go back and bring up our ADI. We can turn on our second MFD and bring up our HSI. We can turn on our TACAN and box our TACAN. Now, it may not be repeating yet until we get up in the air for the boat. We'll set our course to 010. Enter. We can turn on our second comm. Turn on our lighting. Just because. We can turn on our ILS, and I don't know the ILS for this. But you'll notice we have a couple more indicators here for hide 1, hide 2. Those should be getting together as hide, I think. If I remember correctly, that's one of the mistakes. The canopy we can close. The handle is there, but is not clickable yet because we need to model it in the code. But there's the canopy, and that one is gone. Now we need to reset the hide pressure, which is this button here. All right, and our hide is reset, and I just noticed a bug that the whites on the arrows is black, so I got to fix that. That's not very helpful. And that now, with the exception of dropping the flaps to half is a cold start. The plane's ready to roll. F2. There we go. You can see the hook came up when the system pressurized. There you go. Let's see if there's any questions. Yeah, the analog gauges do work, but you typically want to back. You typically are going to use the MFD. It's not public yet. We're just kind of showing it, and wanted people to see where it is. We have a plane that works. The systems are here. Looks good. We're getting close. There's just I got to bring all the cats back in and kind of get everybody lined up and make sure that we're delivering something that I have the time to support going forward, and we have the time to support with all of the bugs that I'm sure people are going to find. So I just kind of wanted to show you where the plane was at right now. But yeah, cool. Well, let me do something real quick. I promised you guys that I would add some bombs just so you could see. So let's rearm, refuel. And here's what we can do. So bombs, we got BDU 33s times 6. And rockets, we can do practice smoke or just practice bombs. So we'll put bombs over there. We can do the travel pod, which is the only thing that goes on the center line, and then which is pretty much useless in this situation. And we will drop the fuel load a little bit so I'm not super heavy down here.
Request refueling.
And notice the canopy's closed.
Request rearming.
They are copying.
Copy.
And they'll rearm and refuel me. And if I look over here on my right panel, my right front panel, the top right is my fuel weight, and notice that it's defueling. So one of the things that we have modeled in this build of the aircraft is there's no fuel burn. The fuel burn does work, but we have it turned off or turned way down to insignificant amounts because we're currently wanting to profile the aircraft at specific weights, and it's a way that you don't have to keep refueling or you get that fuel lag. We can have a stable platform because we can do what we want with the aircraft, and the instructor pilots and the test pilots can go in there and test at specific speeds at specific configurations and weights and know if the plane is actually hitting those marks. So that's done refueling, and if we go outside, we should be getting bomb racks now. There we go. And this should be 205, 205. And this Buno doesn't match those, or this Buno doesn't match those Bort numbers because this should be the actual Buno of the actual aircraft that this is. And so this is, because this is a custom skin, you can't change the Bort numbers on here. These are hard-coded onto the aircraft because it's a specific aircraft. And the fleet's not going to be flying this. And that's it. So I made one mistake in my startup procedure. The parking brake should have been set, and I didn't do that. So my flight instructor is going to kick me for that. Comm 1 is on. Lighting is on. I'm doing a quick scan. Fuel's good. Got that in there. Got that good. HUD is on and repeating to there. All right, we're good to go. So we'll do a brake check. Left good, right good, both good. All right, we're clear to taxi. So we'll, this is normal steering, and then I can engage nose wheel steering for the carrier, and we get a much more responsive nose wheel steering. All right, so let's get out here, and then you can see somebody's already doing practice smoke out there. So that's what we're gonna go do, is we're just gonna go over to Dubai and drop some smoke at the Burj, and we'll just do a rolling takeoff here. See, anti-skid is modeled. It does work. There's anti-skid on now, so there you go. So I'll show you anti-skid here. Let me get lined up and I'll show you. So as we come around here with anti-skid on, if I slam on the right brake, there's my right brake slammed. There's my left brake slammed, and we'll come to a stop now. And I will turn off anti-skid, we'll throttle up, and here is my left brake. You can see it thumbs down, right brake. There you go. So anti-skid is modeled. All right, so let's step on it. Running it up. Engine power coming up. Good. And stabilized, brakes off. Now technically I would be taking off at half flaps, but I'm just going to get in the air here. And rotate. Positive rate, gear coming up. And flaps coming up. And we're up. All right, so let's not stall. So somebody's over there doing smoke. Let's just we'll just go over there. We don't want to do too far a flight. Actually, this looks like a nice row of buildings to kind of play with right here. So let's get ourselves fenced in. So what we want to do here is over here on our right MFD, we're going to go over to our stores page. We're going to go air to ground. We're going to select bombs, and you can see bomb 6 there and there, and you can't box them both simultaneously. So we're going to pickle off the left wing first, and we'll go into CCIP mode, and then we are in safe mode, and you can see up here CCIP and the HUD is X'd out. So what we'll do is we'll go over to master arm, and I think I've got all this stuff set up, and now like I said, we've been working on the font and the spacing and stuff, so stuff is crashing into one another here with the TACAN. So we're gonna get rid of the TACAN just for now. Boop, so it's not crashing into it. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna come right, and let's see. Let's come back around and we'll do some quick bombing on this makeshift range. Now, I do not know the correct procedure for actually dropping weapons on targets, so this is going to be, if anybody's actually done this real world, they're going to laugh at me, but I want to say it's 30 degrees, but I don't honestly know. So we're just going to make this work. And you guys, I'm sure, know better than I do what all these parameters should be, and you'll all be experts better than I will in this aircraft once we release it. All right, so there's some practice smoke over there. Typically, you will notice a load imbalance when you drop these weapons. Even though they are as small as they are, they do carry weight. And that's a custom rack as well, which I'm sure you guys have seen. That was modeled specific for this aircraft. All right, so we're going to nose over here, and we're going to just kind of aim for some of these buildings here, and you'll see the CCIP come up, and I should be able to just pickle 2 of them off here. Let's see what we get. All right, there's pickle 2. Oh, did they not come off? Or was I too low? F2. Oh, they're definitely gone. I think I was too low for them to arm. All right, F1. Let's go back. Voice attack's not working the whole time. All right, so let's try this one more time. I think that I may have been too low. That may not have gone off because it knew better than to try and kill me. But you'll notice that there's 2 bombs missing from the left pylon. So let me go straight and level here, and I will show you the imbalance. So You'll notice here I'm going to go stick off now, and notice the plane's rolling to the right. That's because there's more weight on the right wing now, so I can trim that out. I'm going to trim it, and now I'm trimmed for pretty much level flight, and now the plane's not rolling anymore to counter for those bombs that have gone. So let's just go back around here, and we'll just release 2 bombs and see if we can get these things to actually detonate. We'll just go over the airport. All right, so all right, and pull in some brakes here. We'll nose over. There we go. We'll go. Okay, there we go. 2 away. There we go. We did it. We're the best. And I screwed up because what I did is I pickled those and I forgot to switch to my right pylon. So notice now the huge imbalance in the plane. Notice how the plane's rolling to the right. That's because I've still got a full rack sitting over there that I now need to select over here on the bombs page. And I must have accidentally pickled a couple more because I've only got 1 over there now. So yep, MFDs work. These are not static pictures. You know, I can go around here and, you know, we can do all the things. MFDs are functional. So let's come back around and we'll just drop a bunch here. And then I'll quickly go land and we'll get some rockets, and I'll show you the rockets real quick. All right, so we'll pull some power, get some brakes in here. We'll drop the rest of these. All right, that should be all 6. And there you go. We'll look at the right wing, and all 6 are gone. And there they are right there. So you definitely can do bombing practice. And we actually had, actually the person who made this mission for us, Icefire, who is one of the sister VNAO wings, is very, very smart guy, making some content for us. We have a bomb targeting mission that we may release with this in the Nevada test range that actually has feedback. So it's got targets that you can, and it will grade your bombing accuracy. So that's pretty cool. So I've got 1 bomb left. Let me just drop this thing here, and we'll make a quick landing and rearm. Okay, so I will do something fun here. Let's go here, and there's our left wing and pickle. There we go. Good night. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. Boom. F1. All right, so there you go. So bombs work. So let me kick on the brakes. Let me get back into nav mode, get my HSI back up, go to safe, and we're going to, actually I want to look at something real quick. Let's see if we've got an ILS at this airfield so I can show you that. F10. ILS. Oh yeah, okay, so let's do 110.75. All right, so 110.75. So over here, let's make sure our power is on. 110.75. All right, and The ILS is now active on the MFD. We boxed that, and now we should have ILS functioning when we come around for the runway. So let's see where we're at over there. All right. And let's configure the jet for gear down, flaps out, speed brake full, anti-skid on. And there would be checklists on the front panel here to the left and here to the right. I just have to texture those. But you'll have reminders there of your takeoff and landing checklist, which why earlier in the stream I forgot to drop my flaps on carrier takeoff and went in the drink because I didn't look at my checklist. So that's a thing. Yes, I can show you how it stalls in just a minute. Let me land, grab some rockets, and then I'll show you how it stalls. But it doesn't stall like an SFM. It actually stalls like it should stall. That's what a lot of people ask. So I will definitely show you that in a second. I'm going to turn back on TeamSpeak here, and because I know they're probably wondering what I'm doing, but it's going to get a little loud here, so just be prepared.
That's why whenever he's low,
screw this shit. Here, you can do LS.
All right, I'm back. I'm back, guys.
I just fly the freaking airplane.
I warned him it was going to get loud. What are you guys yelling about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Man,
I
it's
just
funny.
figured out I ain't gonna
Go
do
ahead and
LS
drop
up.
your gear in the hook.
He doesn't know his right from his left.
Ah. So I'm going to do a rocket run. I just showed him how the bombs work. I'm going to land and do rockets.
Down on my end.
I saw that. That was
If I were
really
you, I
good.
would
Good
I'm gonna
do a
reset.
quick F2 check.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and recycle them.
All right, so
Guys, been lots of fun. I'm gonna head out for the night. Great aircraft particle.
thank you. Thanks for flying.
Absolutely.
Spread the
Really,
word,
really
guys.
looking forward to getting this in the fleet.
Subscribe
Nice.
and smash that like button.
Hell yeah.
So if you notice, guys, in the middle
can you
of the
recycle that
HUD,
here?
you'll notice that the ILS has come online. It's right near my velocity vector. You'll see the
Gears up, and it's coming back down.
so
now.
there's ILS working.
Nope.
And remember, it's
Particle.
ILS, not
Let me,
Yeah,
ICS.
that's particle.
What's up? I'm on approach, just walking through stuff. But what's up? I'm on at Elmanod though. I'm not on the carrier.
Can you see the hook creature or no?
Yeah, I got the hook down. We're trying to figure out how to resync the gear. I just dumped it.
You have to take off and cycle it. You can't do it on the ground.
Okay, we did that.
Should be
Go
back.
ahead. Try and drop it, creature.
Okay, it's down now. Now it's up.
Okay, I'm not seeing it. So go ahead and on your end, just have him down, and I'll cycle it on my end.
The front seat has to cycle. The back seat doesn't matter.
Well, he's flying from the back seat.
Yeah, you'll never get them to resync, if I remember correctly.
We just want to get it down.
If the front pilot sees it down, then it's down.
Okay, well it's down now.
Okay, I'm good with that. Oh, mine's showing up. Oh, this should be interesting.
I'll get this call coat. You're high.
Wasn't the best landing, but it works. And here's the anti-skid kicking in. So I'm stepping on the brakes as hard as I can right now.
Flaps rock.
And no skidding. All right, pull it in, clean the aircraft up. And we'll just
So yeah, go ahead and, I guess for
we'll
you,
just
go
pull
put
off here and
flaps down
rearm.
and speed brake out.
Aircraft up, or slats and flaps up, coming up. There we go.
Can you feel a change?
All right.
No, but I can hear it.
And because I'm a good
speed
little
brake's
pilot,
full.
I'm going to go behind the line.
Can you feel a change in the jet?
Yeah, that I can.
Cool.
All right.
I'll
There
show
we
you
go.
flaps down and everything but the gear. The gear is not down.
Cycle
Kick
it one
this
more time.
around.
Here's
All right, and
You're
there.
down.
So we'll set the parking brake.
As long as it's down. As long as it's down for creature.
As long as it's down in the front, it should be down.
Yeah. So I'm in the front. Gear
I
should be
think
down.
that's what I remember.
It's blinking though. That's
Find out.
If it's blinking, then you might be correct. It may not be correctly.
okay. The creature, if you just want to drop your gear.
Okay. Gear's coming down.
Clear the deck.
And notice here, I didn't
Particle,
lose any
turn
fuel.
your nose wheel to the right.
Request rearming.
It's it needs to be adjusted. It oversteers right now.
Oh, that's fine. I was showing you turning to the right, but the nose wheel was going to the left.
Yeah, that's another sync bug. I don't know why it does that.
Oh, he's high.
All right,
God.
let's see here.
Oh god.
Let's see. Is the flight model for on-speed model to the aircraft weight? Yes, it is, Bob. It is
Yep, gear is
accurate to
down.
the
Gear is
weight. So, like I said, right now.
Track, though.
So, like I said,
It's a solid 2-wire.
right now, we don't have fuel burn turned on just because we're testing
Brakes in.
the configurations. But yes, as your fuel changes, the AOA, the on-speed will change. You will need to
Okay.
adapt. It's
Go
not
to
a
taxi.
one speed fits all.
Just push us over the side.
Scooch on over.
All right, so
Wait, we can't go anywhere
let's check
until
to
the
make sure
cycle
we've
goes
got our
live.
rockets
Okay,
on
perfect,
now,
perfect.
and there we go. There's
Pull
our
Pull
rockets.
an airplane, you know,
Try
like they
dropping
did
your
at the
gear.
end.
All right, so let's go
dropping
shoot
gears,
things,
see
and
that?
then I'll show you how this stalls.
Yeah, I just did.
So brakes on, parking brake off.
You don't have control
Rockets.
Oh yeah.
Creature
Let me
have
get,
control.
let me get control back. to you.
Good. We will
Okay.
reset our trim.
There we go.
I'm looking over here.
Oh shit.
um,
Oh boy.
No,
Oh,
damn,
no.
Oh,
this-
that hurts.
That's not good.
Oh, look.
Hey,
There's
I
the
can,
gate.
I can
can
see
s-
in the hangar deck.
Yeah, there's the galley.
Welcome to Hot Shots.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys again because it sounds like you're having too much fun.
Oh, yeah, you're in the hangar deck now. That's
I'll be
cool.
back.
Look at that.
Sound muted.
All right, so let's get back to this. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm going to taxi out, and we are going to let's drop our flaps here. Oops, that's right. That's broken too. I gotta fix that. So this is what happens when I move really fast. Is sometimes I forget to put the clickable points back into the cockpit. So that's why the clickable gear and flap handle doesn't work right now. I keep forgetting to turn that back on. All right, so taxi out, rocket pod, and we'll turn this around. You can see our ILS is there and working. And it seems like we can flip this around. And let's get this going. Whoops, oversteered because I was looking at the chat. All right, standing on the brakes. Okay. All right, good. Everything's good there. Good there. Good there. No warnings. Anti-skid is on. All right, running it up. Engine coming up. And brakes off. Airspeed's alive. Probably should have got some more runway, but this will be great. This will be an aggressive takeoff. All right, here we go. Going up. Gear up. And flaps coming up. All right, let's go and shoot these buildings over here. So let me drop the nose a little bit so get some airspeed. All right, so we got a fence in again, so we're going to get rid of the ILS, so we're clear. Go over to stores. We're going to go air to ground. We're going to arm our rockets, and again, the rockets are the same story as the bombs. We can only do one pylon at a time, and we can go into manual if we want, and you know, we can kind of just use the manual bomb sight if we want, and we'll see if we can hit these buildings off to our left side here. I don't do a lot of this, so I'm not the best at it, but it'll show you how this works. All right. Let's see. All right, here we go. Coming around. Actually, I see a circle or two over there at the intersection. Let's see if we can hit those instead. All right, so we'll turn our ILS off for now. Don't need that on the HUD. Declutter it. All right. So you can already see the plane starting to shake. So as I'm getting in a configuration where it doesn't really like the AOA, the plane starts to kind of shake and give me a rumble in the seat. All right, so let's bring this around and, oops, forgot to master arm. And let's give this a shot. Oops. Yeah, I was not stabilized, but I just shot a rocket, so there you go. I definitely did not set up for that run very good. All right, let's grab some more rocket targets here. We'll fire these things out, and then I'll show you how this thing stalls. You guys will be able to play with the rockets and bombs. So one thing to keep in mind with this is, you know, it's not a fly-by-wire system. So, you know, keeping yourself coordinated. You'll notice I'm constantly messing with the rudder here to keep coordinated. You can see under the ADI, it is drifting. So I got to step on that ball to get it back centered so the plane is coordinated. So I'm not skidding through a turn. All right, I'm just gonna bring it around here and we'll just show you. I'll stabilize my velocity. All right, there we go, settle in. There we go, it's a little better. All right, so that is the left wing. And we are empty, and it shows empty. And we'll switch over to the right wing and come back over here. And I'm just going to unload this here because I know you're being patient. So let me just here. All right, there we go. There's our rockets. All right, so let's do this. Let's clean the aircraft up and safe it. So HSI, master arm is safe. Okay, so F2. No, didn't pick it up. So notice the plane is clean for the most part. Actually, I think I forgot to map the jettison button too, but let me see what that is, if I can remember what that is. Let's see. Oh boy. Weapons. Jettison is left control W. Okay. Left control W. Alright, so let's go to external and watch the rocket pods. There you go. Jettison the pods. Pylons stay like they should. And rocket pods are, hey, I actually hit the lake. Are gone. So typically you could just hit the push to jettison here, but apparently I forgot that clickable as well, so we'll get that fixed. All right, stalls. So we'll trim this for level here, and I'll just start pulling back on the stick. All right, here we go. All right, I've still got full power in, and we'll go to 30% and I'll pull the stick out. Now I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to let the plane depart. So I'm pulling the power out now. Still got the pull on the stick, that's all I'm doing. I'm just going to let it stall. Shaking, and it's braking to the right, and there's your stall. Okay, and recover. Keep that around. Roll level, bring some power back in, get some pull in, and there's your stall. All right, and I will put it in a more aggressive stall here. We'll go nose vertical, and I'll show you what happens. Going up. Already over my AOA max, so we're going vertical now, and I'm hands off at this point. No rudders, nothing. And the plane is departing and stalling to the left this time. Nose is coming over, pulling some power out, and recover. And there you go. So hopefully that answers your question. I know there's different stall configurations that I can get into. I can do a power on stall, but let's see. I'll do this. Let me see if I can show you from F3, if I can get this to work. All right, pulling the power out. It's going to be a little tough. All right, here's F3. So here is the stall from F3. That's not really going to be helpful. Yeah, it didn't really work. Anyway, plane stalls very smoothly. It will brake. Like right now, I'm pulling hard, and there, the plane does, it will stall one wing before the other. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it definitely looks like a realistic departure. Like I fly GA aircraft, I'm once a Cessna 172 guy, and so I know what a stall feels like. And so obviously I'm not a fast jet pilot, so I don't know what a jet would do, but I know it feels like it departs, and I can feel it in my seat and my force feedback. So if you look right now, I'm going to try and hold my head really steady. As I pull the power out and I pull, you're going to start seeing the panel. You see the plane starting to shake? I can feel that in my force feedback seat. So even before the plane is departed and I'm looking at my indicators showing that the airspeed's bleeding and that my AOA is climbing, I already know that I should recover this. So I should be pushing power in and dropping the nose. And there's your recovery. And that's what I would do in a light aircraft, is that recovery right there. I'd never let it get to that point, but if you had to, that's how you'd recover it. Now let's see if I can get this thing to stall. I'm really not at that altitude I should be at. I should be up much higher than this, but this may end poorly. So let's see what happens here. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and I'm going to keep pulling the stick into my lap with power off and see what happens. It's going to depart, but let's see what happens. So airspeed's dropping, more stick in my lap, more stick, trying to stay coordinated, bringing the rudders in to kind of keep it trimmed because the ailerons are doing less work here. Some more stick in my lap, more rudder, 100 knots, and the plane's about to break. And there's the depart and the recover. And I'm still not, there we go. Plane's flying again. And there you go. Yeah, so, I mean, it can be a handful enough that you can get yourself in trouble. And so, yeah, it's got some good responses. And like I said, we're still tuning the flight model. We're not there yet. We're getting close. So, let me see. Let me trim up and get some power in and look and see if there's any more comments here. Yeah, so the HUD is ongoing. With a white background, it's challenging to read. It's definitely something that has been on the high pry list of feedback things to fix. So we definitely are not done tuning the HUD, but as you get down over more opaque terrain or darker terrain, darker value terrain. It's readable, but there's definitely still something that could be done to make it better. You know, it's better up in the sky, you know, because you've got a nice solid blue background. Like there, it's really readable, but it's something that's ongoing. But you definitely can read it when you need to read it. And, you know, like I said, you can always look down to your MFDs to confirm what data is up there real quick. Plus, you've got all your steam gauges in the aircraft work, so you kind of know what your general altitude is, your airspeed. You know, you've got all those backups in there to show you. Let's see. Don't know, Jay. We're trying, but at this point, there's just so many things that we really have been pushing hard to get. I don't know that it's going to be out by the end of this year, unless there's a miracle that happens, and I figure out, like I said earlier, how to function without sleep. But at this point, it's probably going to be, we've been discussing, I'm going to make the general statement that it's going to probably be out first quarter of 2021, but I would say that it's probably going to be out earlier than later in the first quarter. So look for it then. And again, you know, this is why I'm doing the stream right now. I resisted doing this, you know. Obviously, I know people are interested, and there's been more and more interest in it. If you just stumbled into the stream right now, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because I'm hoping now that I'm at a point where I feel comfortable that we can start doing more streams like this. And if you guys post questions, I have no problem jumping back on a stream like this and walking through things on the aircraft if there's something I didn't cover. That's definitely something that I would feel more than comfortable doing now, because yeah, I think we're at a point now where that's possible. All right. So, yeah, if there's no other major questions, I think I went through a lot of the aircraft today. You know, if you came in late, I think this is the first major stream that we've done through this YouTube channel. And, you know, all the subscribers will be notified as this comes up. So as people come in and leave, I think you can go back and watch this stream. So feel free to do so. And if I didn't cover anything, then we can definitely do a follow-up stream. And the other thing is earlier in the stream, I spent a lot of time back at the boat. And there were a lot of planes on deck. We were launching, we were recovering. I showed a couple launches with the aircraft off the supercarrier. So so that was shown, and we'll probably be releasing a video here soon that I know we're working on. I'm not actually doing it directly. I'm trying to focus on getting the plane done for everybody. You know, I'm trying to enlist the help of other really good pilots and content creators to put demos together of the plane. So you're going to start to see more stuff come out about the plane, just to kind of highlight and showcase points of this. And then we're going to have pilots who actually fly the aircraft do a much better explanation than I just did of walking you through things like you should be doing in the aircraft. Because even though we've built this aircraft and done our best to show all the things and model the systems and the behaviors, as best we know, with the feedback of them, they're the real people who know this aircraft backwards and forwards, as well as the maintainers that we have who are constantly looking over the aircraft and saying, you know, that is great, that could be improved a little bit here, try doing this. And if we have the time and the bandwidth, those are things that we definitely are trying to address on a daily basis. And we're working really hard. Hopefully you can see that. We're working really hard to get this thing to the point where we can release it for everybody to fly and enjoy. So yeah. All right, so I am going to let's see. Yeah, the eye is offset to the right. That's because I'm in VR. Yeah, I just picked the right eye, and I don't really have a way to do that. Yeah, I'm in the valve index. I just picked one of the eyes, and it's the best way to get a good image rather than capturing the distorted VR view. I'm just capturing the VR, the Steam VR display view, and I just grabbed one of the eyes because if I try and mix it or do anything, it is what it is. So, yeah, sorry if it's offset a little bit, but that's why I fly in VR. All right, I am going to wrap up there. And like I said, if you have any more questions, feel free to put them in the comments on this, and or message us on our Discord. Yeah, thanks for checking in, guys, and talk to you soon.